to the pavement, getting to it, little baby. Yeah, I'm all about my business.
What it do, YouTube? Hey, it's your mother. Boy, man, she can't say so, man. Hey, it's currently 5:30 in the morning, bruh. I'm on my way to work. Man, one thing I hate about working, man, is working. I hate all shit. I ain't no cat. But especially the morning shift. I'm not a morning person. When I wake up, I want to be able to wake up when I want to wake up, and then not rush to brush your teeth, wash your face, get dressed, go grab breakfast, drive, all that. That's doing too much for me personally. But hey, you gotta apply that pressure. Like I always tell y'all, there is no such thing as a handout. Let me take that back. Don't look for handouts. There are such things as handouts, but don't look for them. Don't depend on them. Don't even question it when it happens. If it happened, take it for what it's worth, appreciate it, and keep moving. But keep applying your own personal pressure. But I'm headed to work, man. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But I got to get that money, man, because responsibilities do not end because you do not want to go. Gas still needs to be paid for. Bills still need to be paid. Bud still needs to be bought. Do you feel me? But Kurt, I'm gonna do a. I think I'm gonna do not a FaceTime, a story time today. So I'm gonna let this car warm up. When I get to work, you know, see what we're gonna do. Catch up next clip. All right, y'all, man. I finally made it to work. As you can see, yes, I'm in my uniform. It's a top flight mother effing. I was forgetting, but. Hey, yeah, so look, we're going to do a story time today. So make sure y'all grab y'all blunts, y'all munchies, y'all napkins if you need them, because it's going to get serious. But today, I'm gonna give y'all the story time of my time in the foster home. Yes, I was in a foster home when I was young. I didn't do super long, thankfully, like everybody, like most kids, you know, sometimes the foster care system. As somebody that went through it, I can tell you this: it has its ups, it has its downs. I've heard, yeah, I'm at work, I'm at work, but I've heard stories from other kids, bad stories, great stories, horrible stories. I'm not even gonna cap. Everything is different for everybody. Like that's the only way to put it. But my time in there, it wasn't like horrible. It wasn't bad. I just wish. I don't even know. Like, to be honest, look, this is what I can say. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just give y'all from the beginning to the end, and then I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on my time in the foster home. So, how it started was I really don't remember. Like, in order to go to the foster home, most of y'all know, if you're old enough, that you gotta basically, like, when CPS, child protective services are in your life or whatever. I was young. I don't remember why they were particularly in our life, but they was in our life. So all I remember, and look, this is one thing I say, it has ups and it has its downs, because for me, the social worker I had, she was evil. She was evil. Let's be honest, because this is what she did. All right, first, I'm in. All right, it led up from elementary, and then they finally took me and my little sister. I ain't gonna say her name because I don't even know if she wants this story on there, or her name involved with this story. So I'm gonna keep it strictly on me. Nothing happened, but you know, some people don't want they whole pieces of their life story out there. So I'm gonna keep it strictly on me. But it's me and my little sister. I'm in she's in. It started in elementary, and then they took us when we got to well, they took me. She was still in elementary. They took me, and I was in probably like eighth grade. Yeah, I think like eighth grade. So this how it happened. All right. The first It started from like I said, started from elementary. The lady, she would come to the school, and then she would want to talk to me, to be my little sister. But she would like ask certain questions like, is like, are y'all eating? Is you getting like, you getting whooped? Like, what kids don't get whooped? Kids are bad. Like, what? Kids get whooped all the time. And then it like, they talking about they were like, uh basically like, they would ask questions. They would ask me and my little sister questions, and then I would try to answer the questions for us because like she's a little girl. Like she's, yeah, we're both in elementary, but I'm older than her. So it's like she's probably like in first grade. I'm like in the fifth grade. Like, yeah, I'm still a kid, but I'm older. I'm big enough and wiser than her than what she is. Because most kids, which I gotta understand is when people ask you certain questions, it's like they be like, "Have your mom ever threatened you?" And you like, "Yeah." She said when we get home, she gonna whoop my ass. Dad take that as like a real threat. Like there's something really wrong with that. And that's, to me, that's what's wrong with a lot of these kids, that they don't get whooped. They need some discipline. Yeah, some parents probably go too far with the whipping, but a lot of kids need to be disciplined. Let's not even beat around the bush about that. So they would. So like the lady, once she started noticing that I was answering the question, and I was like answering the question for me and my little sister, she would try to. She was like, "Oh, you can step outside, and we're gonna just talk to her." This is a little girl, and this how. That's why I say the foster care system, the child protective system, it has up and down, because it's like, this is a little girl. I'm a little older than her. Yeah, I'm asking the question for us, but it's like, she's a kid. Kids are, they're easy influenced, easily manipulated. You can tell them, oh, this meant that, and they really take it in their head like, oh, that really meant that, so that means something was wrong. No. So that kept happening for a year. Like I told you, they finally took it when I got to middle school. She was still in elementary. So I'm in I'm in class one day. Then I get called to the principal's office. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So they call me to the principal's office. They're like, oh, you going home? I'm like, going home? What the fuck? Like, this is weird as hell. But when I get to the office, it's my social worker and another guy. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this weird. So they're like, yeah, the lady, she like, yeah, we coming to get you. We finna go pick your sister up. We gonna take you home. But so, like, if this was like my older mindset, I would probably realize what was going on. But I was a kid, so I'm confused. Like what's going on? So then once we get once we get to go pick up my little sister, some in me was like, something not right. Like, why one, I ain't never seen you come. You ain't never came and picked us up. Two, why are you picking us up with another person? Like, this don't even seem. So I automatically feel like something not right. So when we get to my little sister, I tell her like, I think they for the take us. I don't think we going home. So they really did. They take, we go to the place, and this is why I say the lady was evil, because she straight up and told me like, oh yeah, cause I'm out on question like, why you taking us here? Like, why we not going home? Like what's going on? She like, oh yeah, you like, you might be in the foster care system for a few weeks, but more likely you probably never going home. How do you tell a kid they're never going home? That's super wrong right there. So we in the we in the building for hours. Mind, they came and got us from school. It get to like nighttime. We still there. We still in the building. So they're like, oh. So I'm asking like, why? Like, why are you trying to take us? Like, what's going on? Like what's all this? They're like, oh, y'all not eating. Mind you, I've always been a big dude. Like, I've always been a big kid. I've always had size. So it's like, I'm looking at myself like, where are we not eating at? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. They're like, oh yeah, we just thinking y'all not eating, and your sister was saying like, basically like, your mom or your family be threatening, y'all be whoopings. Like, I'm like, we be bad. Like I'm wide enough to admit that we be bad kids. Like who don't get whooped. Like I'm a real '90s baby. Back then, kids are getting whooped left to right because they deserve it. Even nowadays they deserve it now. But it's so many rules like, oh, you can't whoop your kid because that's abuse. No, these kids need their ass whooped. Let's not even play about it. So she ended up taking us. So all that's happening, she ended up taking us to a foster care lady, well, a foster home in Compton. So I'm like, all right. And then this where it get kind of crazy. Not crazy, but this pay attention. So she takes to the lady in Compton. We stand with her, and it's crazy because down this the street she lived on, I've been on that road before. I've been on that road before. Mind you, I said they took us. They took us when I was in like 7th, 8th grade. By then, you know you wise. You know your surroundings. You know your area. You remember certain places that you've been to. So it goes like that. So when she got us over there, I like I said, I remember the road and everything. So the lady, she just so happened to have a sister that like, all right. Well, I grew up at like not by, but like a bus ride away from the Slaughter Swap meet. So I know that area. So like I was saying, the lady, her sister stayed around the corner from the Slaughter Swap meet. So I'm my young self. I'm plotting like, man, I'm not doing this to the foster the social work talking about we ain't never going home. That's not happening, right? I miss my mama. No kid, I'm a mama's boy. I miss my mama, man. So one day, I just get enough courage in me. I'm like, man, I'm out of here. Like it was just the lady. She was like, oh, her and her sister went shopping. She left us there with the her sister's husband and their kids. So mind you, I'm on the porch. I'm looking right because if you know the sausage swap, I mean you know it's a tall building. We're taller than houses. So I'm on the porch. I'm looking at the top of the building like, man, that's a Slauson. If I go this way, or if I walk this way, I know I can make it home. But it's gonna be a super long walk, but I can make it. So I tried it, man. I'm like, man, I'm out of here. I just walked off. Like everybody was in the house. I just walked off, man. I'm out of here. So I didn't want to go right straight down the main road where the station was at. So I went down the back street just to give me enough time to hopefully I get far enough that if they end up coming, they won't end up spotting me. Hold on. Get this sun about to get bright. So yeah. So I get so far, man. I'm walking past the freeway entrances and everything, and then I end up spotting somebody I know from by my house, like a neighbor. So me and the guy, we make eye contact. He pulled over. He like, man, I ain't seen you in the like some weeks. Like, where you been at? What you doing over here? Why you walking right here? You know, you young. I know you ain't not supposed to be walking right here. Like, bro, if anything, you supposed to be in a car with somebody or on a bus. Like, you are with a bus with somebody still. Like, you is not supposed to be walking over here by yourself. You too young. So he like, come on, I'm gonna take you to your house. So I tell him like, man, look, I'm in a foster home. I just basically just ran away. If you take me back home, the people they gonna come there, they gonna automatically find me. So this I'm like, look, take me up the road to my other homeboy house. Shout out to Freddie, man. If you ever see this video, dog, bro, I love you, dog. No kids, you man. No homo. You my bro. Cause like when there's days I needed, if I needed somewhere to stay, if I was trying to ditch school, if I needed something to eat. Him and his family was there, man. No kids, man. Freddie, if you ever see this, shout out to you, dog. But so I'm like, take me there. So when he take me there, and then I always go past, and then what happened? Oh, for some reason, I guess the person that dropped me off when he went back to his house, because mind you, he was my neighbor. I think he must have told my cousin them, because my cousin came down the street. He came to my homie house like, nigga, what is you doing here? The foster people calling, and like, you know, they like, we don't turn you in, you know, they gonna take your mama to jail. I'm like, man, what the? I'm like, man, I ain't going, man. They tell me I ain't never coming home. I ain't going back. It's over. It's over, bruh. It's over. But when they talk about they gonna take my mama to jail, it was like, man, all right, man. This let me enjoy the rest of the day, and then tomorrow y'all can take me back. So that's what happened, man. So I went back, but the lady, she was mad because I ran away. It was great. One, I was like, all right, while living with her, I wasn't talking to her. They take us in school. I go to school, come home, go straight to the room, be in the room all day. I'm not talking to you. If it's time to eat, I'm gonna come eat. I'm gonna go right back to the room. I wouldn't talk to the lady. So she was like, finish up already. She was like, they don't talk to me. He be trying to have his sister not talk to me, and then they ran away. So I don't want to deal with it. So they took us from her and they took us to another place in Carson. And this, I ain't gonna cap, man. I can honestly say, if it wasn't for this foster home in Carson, if it wasn't for that time, I don't think I would be the man I am today. So even though I said I'm gonna wait till I get to the end to give you my whole feeling about foster care and everything, but when I just gotta say, when it comes to the foster care, the foster home that I was in Carson, it was worth it. I mean, not worth it, but it helped me because, mind you, when I was in school, before I was in the foster care, I was one of them kids with a backpack, only a notebook pad and a pen. That was it. I wasn't bringing no books, no nothing. And that backpack, I was barely even carrying that every single day. Certain days, I would just have a pen. Get to class, the teacher's like, oh, we doing this? Hey, bro, you got a paper? Hey, you got a pencil? All I got is a pen. Like, I was one of them. So, and then I didn't know my timetables. Like, I was really super bad at timetables. So some would say it was worth it. It was good that it happened. So we go to Carson. We in the foster home. This lady, she's a church going lady. She got us in church Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, Thursday choir practice. Yes, your boy was in the choir, man. That was one thing that's one thing I do miss, man. I'm a laid back side, like I'm like, trust me. Even though yes I do YouTube, yes y'all see me out filming some days, but trust me, it be moments I don't film because I don't want to film in front of certain people or around certain people. So I'm like I said, I'm a shy guy. So I'm shy, but I'm in the choir singing, like, this is crazy. So that's why I say, like, it has ups, it has downs, because this, like, I got baptized, I was in the choir, I was singing, grades was man, I wasn't getting no A's, but I wasn't getting no D's and no F's. I was getting B's and C's, all my grades, B's and C's. Like, it was good, man. I can honestly say, shout out to her, man. Even though she passed, shout out to Miss Garrett. If your family ended up seeing this, man, condolences to you, man. I know it's been a super long time. I know we left out kind of on bad what I did, because, mind you, I said she was a church going lady, and you know, in church they don't do like normal stuff like the piercings and everything. And before we left her home, cause I was there for 4 years, from the ending of 8th grade, ninth grade. Yeah, I think it was like the ending of 8th grade. I forgot. I think it was like 3 or 4 years that I was there. But I think like the end of the 8th grade to like the middle of 10th grade or something like that. Yeah, I think like almost 11th grade. Yeah, I think like 11th grade, or the summer before going into 11th grade. That's when we finally left. So, mind you, it was like I said, it was cool. I got baptized. I'm in the choir. Um, grades on point. It was just certain things. Like I'm still from LA. I'm still an LA kid. There's somebody in Carson. You know, Carson's certain places are good, and this is a church going lady. She was older, so it was a lot of stuff she wasn't going for. Like she had me sitting there eating vegetables, even though I hated them. So every like days she's like, you can't go to bed if you don't eat the vegetables. Like I was really, like, I was sitting there, basically forcing myself to eat some vegetables because that's how much I do not like them. But it was cool for what it's worth. That's why I say the foster care it has its ups and its downs because it is a story about when I was in the foster home. I might give y'all either later today or maybe tomorrow. It's gonna for sure be another video. But sum it all up, my time in the foster care, it was cool, but it was the bad part was really the social worker when she telling me like, oh, you're not going home, or, like you'll never see your family again. Like that's fine. You should never do that. If you older or whatever, you plan on being a social worker, never tell a kid that. Like even if it's true, never tell a kid that because you never know what it might push them to do. It might either push them to run away like I did, or it might push them to, I don't know. You never know where it might go, but never tell a kid you never gonna see your family again, even if it's true again, even if it's true or not. Never say that. But it was good. It was cool. It was like I can say that. I could say if it wasn't for that lady, particularly, because like I said, I've heard a lot of stories from. Because when you're in the foster care system, you going back and forth to court. When you got to go to children's court, you in there with other kids that are from a foster home, and then they'll tell you like, man, I'm in a foster home, or I'm in a group home, and it's fights every day, or it's people not eating, part some wrong. Like trust me, a foster home is way better than a group home, but and you got to still think about it. These are people you don't know. So therefore, it still has its ups and downs because you just never know what's gonna happen, what might not happen. If you're gonna be cool, if you're gonna be eating, if something might happen to you, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever the case may be. You just never know when it comes to life, especially when you living in somebody's house that you don't know. Like that was my whole thing. But I can say while I was there in the foster home, I did gain a lot of fans. I mean, not fans, but friends. I got to really develop myself. Like I feel like if I wouldn't have went, if I didn't get taken to the foster home, I don't even know. I highly doubt I'll probably be doing YouTube. I probably wouldn't even finish high school. It probably was a lot of stuff that would have been completely different. Because, like I said, I was one of the students that was coming to school, a backpack, one pen, not going to class, ditch school for two or 3 weeks. Like, I was a bad kid. That's why I say whoopings and all that is not that bad. Because sometimes it's necessary, right? Okay. But that's going to be the end of this one. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all run the likes up, run the views up. Make sure y'all sub. A lot of y'all watching the videos and not subbing. I'm trying to get to 1K. I need the channel to get monetized this year. Hopefully. Hopefully. But make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. And I'll catch you next video.